This Thursday afternoon with Jimmie and Sook's Raw Bar and Grill out of Cambridge.
This is Amanda Bramble, and Amanda's going to show us a classic meatloaf.
You know, I grew up with my mother making meatloaf, and I love my mother, but I hated her meatloaf.
Oh.
So the whole purpose of Jimmie and Sook's is not just to do crabs, but also to do all the dishes that you found on your table when you went down to your grandmother's or your mother's house on Sunday, and kind of kick it up a notch and make it a little modern. So this is what we call not our mama's meatloaf.
Oh, okay.
And we're making the meatloaf, and we're doing a little bit of a twist.
Okay, well, let's get started. Obviously, we're going to start with the ground beef.
Yes. We get fresh ground beef actually from our local vendor, Center Market, right down in downtown Cambridge. And it's a 90-10 mix. I do find the little bit more fat, it tends not to hold up together, which we'll find out in our second step. Okay. And everyone has their own different meatloaf recipe. This happens to be ours, and we do, every 5 pounds of beef, we do 3 eggs, and we do 1 yellow onion.
That's a whole onion
that the women in our audience have loved today.
Okay.
And we do a ½ cup of panko breadcrumbs.
Okay.
And about an 1/8 cup of Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce, 1/8 cup.
Yeah, about a 1/4 cup of celery chopped up, really good.
Yeah, a little helper here.
And we love garlic, so we have a ½ teaspoon of fresh garlic.
If you got onions, you gotta have garlic.
Oh, it's delicious. And we do some fresh parsley.
Yeah, that's very fresh.
About an 1/8 cup.
Okay.
And a 1/4 cup of scallions. You can also use shallots.
Okay.
It's kind of to the taste.
And what's this, Jimmie?
Bacon. And we do about 3 slices of raw bacon, which really makes a huge difference.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick my hands in this and mush
Stick
it all
in there
together.
and get dirty.
Put your mitts to work.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit more about Jimmie and Sook's.
We are 3.5 years in business, actually, and we are located in our downtown Cambridge, which is doing quite a revitalization right now.
Yeah.
And so we're hopping. We're open 6 days a week. We are closed on Tuesday. And we have live music. We're doing steamed crabs, outside patio.
Right.
Yeah, catering. It's
Do I need to call ahead for a reservation, or can I just show up?
You know, for bigger parties, we ask that you call ahead and do a reservation so we're ready for you. You don't have to wait so long.
Gotcha.
But we do anticipate quite a wait in the summertime. And weekends can get a little long. So we're doing really well, and it's a really good time. I have a tremendous staff. These are my girls. Ashley and Ashley.
I'm sorry, yes, please introduce Ashley and Ashley. We didn't even introduce them.
They've been with me for a very long time, and they're kind of my creative team and really work hard doing all the different specials and whatnot, and just ensuring that all of our food comes out tasting great every single time.
All right, am I ready to pass this on to Jimmie?
Yeah, it looks good.
All right. All right. Ashley, what are we doing here? Or Amanda, you tell me what Ashley and I are doing here.
Ashley rolls a meatloaf every day.
Okay.
So she's an expert. This actually can be a little tricky, and one thing I love and why I picked this was it's a really cool thing for moms to do together with their kids.
Right? Okay.
Mash it down.
So we're smashing it out.
So you smash it all along, and we do a cookie sheet, and we already we lay it out and cover it with foil. Make sure you have a little extra everywhere, and we pound it out so it's flat all over.
Okay.
All right.
Looks pretty good.
That's nice. So what now?
We spent a little extra time at the office, but.
Right. You know.
And then for our modern twist, we use goat cheese and spinach. And we go ahead and actually will show you how to do it.
Jimmie, put that cheese in there.
You want to do the goat cheese?
Yes.
And you just kind of sprinkle it all over everywhere.
Do you know why? Because I'm not going to forget the cheese. Thank you. You know, one of these days. Okay.
And we use goat cheese and spinach, but I mean, you can do different things. That seems to be the most favorite, but you can do cheddar and add some extra bacon or barbecue, whatever you want.
Looks good.
Make it different each time. And kids love to help make it.
Do we get to employ the magic of television?
Yeah, at some point.
Absolutely. I wish we had the magic of television back in the restaurant.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? All right, so then what do you do with this?
This is the tricky part.
Okay.
You have to roll the meatloaf.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
So it's almost like a jelly roll, but with meatloaf.
Yes. I have yet to master the technique, but Ashley has it down to a science.
Sure
Look
does.
at this.
That is amazing.
Turns out really, really good. So you have to
Wow.
make sure that you get it. And that's the part where if you do anything, you know, a little less than the 90-10, it tends to, you know, as it cooks, the fat cooks out, and then you have these gaping holes.
Right.
Yeah.
Ah, okay,
So we use
gotcha.
really, really lean meat, which is
that.
really great for you too. It kind of takes away from part of the bacon that you add into it.
Right. So what are we going to do? We're putting some
So we
sauce.
grab some barbecue.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do that because I got cheese. I didn't forget the cheese. Can you believe that?
And this is one of my favorite parts. And one thing I hated about meatloaf was that they always globbed a bunch of the ketchup or the, and we use barbecue sauce for ours. And I think it really adds an extra little kick to it.
Right,
So we go ahead and we glaze it.
I hate to hurry here, Ashley, but we gotta cook real quick.
And for those of you who don't have a computer, all you need to do is send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to Delmarva Life, WBOC, 1729 North Salisbury Boulevard, Salisbury, Maryland, 21801. In the meantime, if you'd like the shopping list and directions on how to make this recipe, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab. Plus, don't forget to check out the Eats and Drinks tab on delmarvalife.com, your guide to what's for dinner. We're going to cook that in the oven, but right now we're going to take a look at what's coming up in the news on First at 5 on Fox 21 and later on WBOC News at 6 and 7.
Where do you see this?